So, guys, I want to talk to you about how this paralyzes people. Now, there was actually a coaching student of mine, and in the past, he actually did amazing in exam prep and got accepted into the best colleges. But when it came to the last moment, the final test, he completely failed. So, get this. He works for years and years and years. And even in his predicted exams, he gets amazing results and gets into the best colleges, right? And he's done all this work. But when it came to the final test, he bombed it, lost all of his uni offers, and just completely failed. So over the next 5 years, he recovered. He worked two corporate jobs, all of which he was the fastest growing in both companies' history. Both times, he quit just as he was about to land a multi six-figure promotion. So let's kind of break that down. He busts his ass. He's the fastest growing in both companies, but just as is about to reach the point in which he gets the reward, he gets the result, he quits. And in the present, he's bought all my online programs, he's studied them, he's learned how to theoretically sell, how to deliver, and how to become a machine. Then every time it comes to actually selling or taking meetings, he avoids it at every single cost. And this was so weird for me to see when I broke it down with him. He's got these huge 4-figure and 5-figure a month retainers on the horizon. And he's built so much rapport, and he's built this incredible system, this incredible agency. But every single time it came to selling, he either had a cold or a flu, or he just felt like super tired, or he felt unmotivated just as he was about to reap these rewards, reap these benefits of all of the hard work that he did. And guys, let me tell you what the future has in store for him. Until he breaks this cycle, and we'll discuss how later, he will constantly manifest the same future because of his paralysis of the past. This guy, he is used to, and his past reference, and the funny thing is it was only one reference point. This guy was also amazing at so many different sports and instruments as well. But he uses this past reference points, one data point. And that's also the crazy thing, guys. A lot of you are holding on to one data point. What your dad said about you, what your mom said about you, what your teacher said about you. One data point. You're going off of one data point, and you're letting one data point dictate your future. Because that one data point you are defining as your past. And obviously, as I said, your past just predicts your future. So this guy, he's just going to keep manifesting the same thing again and again. He's just going to keep manifesting. I'm going to bust my ass. I'm going to build an incredible agency, or I'm going to, maybe I'll get super lean in the gym. And just as I'm succeeding, I'm going to fuck it all up, because that's what I know. All I know is building, getting success. And then right when it comes to the most pinnacle moment, just fuck it up. I fuck it up. And as I said, that is a construct of his past that he has held on to. Now, if we go look at someone like me, my past is I grew up with a lot of scarcity mentality, and my back was against the wall at an early age. By 16, 17, I had to be the man of the house financially and emotionally. My childhood was, I had a funny childhood. I had a very blessed and lucky childhood where I saw the best, not the best, but I saw the worst of both worlds. I saw the worst of a world where people had so much money and they were still unhappy. And I also saw the worst of the world of where people had zero money and were still unhappy. So I grew up around a lot of wealthy people just by association. But me and my mom had zero money whatsoever. So by 16, 17, as I said, I had to be the man of the house financially and emotionally. And guys, I can honestly say the only reason I've worked as hard as I have is because my back was against the wall for me and my mom. Right? So I am used to that scarcity mentality. I'm used to having my back against the wall and pushing through. So over the next 2 years, I was so cornered. I was under so much pressure to take care of me and my mom that I built a war chest, and at the age of 18 had already made $1 million profit. Now, guys, I haven't actually made $1 million profit, but my aim is $2 million profit. I'm definitely on track for 1 million this year. And including, last year, it's already guaranteed that I've made $1 million profit by the age of 18. So Not many 18-year-olds I know make $1 million profit. And the reason that is because my back was against the wall. Now, if we look at my present, at this point, I have spent so much money and time learning from the best and spent so long on systems that even if I spend 1 hour a week working, I should still make 50K per month in revenue. Guys, I always talk in profit, but if you look at my revenue numbers, they're a lot higher. Okay, so even if I sleep and I work 1 hour a week, because of my team, because of the team I've built for my marketing agency, because of the systems I have in place in terms of sales through different webinar funnels and through my affiliate marketing business, I could probably sleep and still make $50,000 a month in revenue. So this has meant that I get complacent at times, knowing that even if I steer off of my discipline, nothing will really happen. So guys, I've resorted to doing things like paying rent 12 months in advance, paying taxes ahead, and paying employees ahead, literally pumping multi-six figures outside of my control again. Now, what that's going to mean in the future is until I stop operating from a place of scarcity, the only motivation I can ever live off of is having my back against the wall. And you'll actually see this with people like boxers, and this is a dangerous territory. You'll see this with a lot of boxers where they make a shit ton of money and then they just blow it all because they know that unless they are operating from a place of scarcity, from having nothing, which is, by the way, how they got to that place got to that level of success in the first place. The way that they got to that level of success is by having their back against the wall, in the same way that I had my back against the wall when I was, a few years ago. I knew that either step up or me and my mom are screwed. Okay, that's a lot of pressure. That's having your back against the wall. And you do incredible things when you have your back against the wall. But here's the issue. If I rely for the rest of my life on having my back against the wall in order to operate and succeed, there's going to be a point in my life where I make 50, 100 million a year. At that point, how do I fabricate having my back against the wall? Do I blow it all on jewelry, cars, paying taxes 7 years in advance, pumping everything back into like development that doesn't really need to be there, and then having a small war chest, having my business bank account not have much money so that I can trick myself into working harder again? That is dangerous territory. So guys, even at my level, there are still beliefs and old habits and things holding me back.